He didn't come to remember. He came to erase everything. But the moment he stepped out of the car, his hands started shaking for no reason. The old house stood there like it was waiting for him, broken windows staring back, as if it knew what he had done years ago. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments what time is it and where are you watching from. Let's start. He adjusted his expensive suit, trying to act normal, but the silence of that place felt heavier than any boardroom he had ever controlled. The driver asked softly if he should wait, but the billionaire didn't reply, his eyes locked on the front door that looked exactly the same. Flash of memory hit him. Rain, shouting, someone begging him not to leave. But he shook his head and forced himself forward. As his shoes touched the cracked porch, a sudden sound came from inside, like something had just moved, and he froze instantly. "This place is empty," he whispered to himself, but his heartbeat said otherwise, loud and uncontrollable, like something was wrong. He pushed the door open slowly, and the smell of dust mixed with something strangely fresh made his expression change in confusion. Because inside, someone had been living there recently, and that was impossible, because he made sure no one ever came back here. He stepped inside slowly, every footstep echoing through the hollow house, but the strange part was, the floor wasn't fully covered in dust. Someone had walked here recently, clear footprints leading deeper inside, and his chest tightened as a cold unease started building inside him. He pulled out his phone, no signal, no network, just silence, like the outside world had suddenly cut him off completely. A chair in the corner moved slightly, as if someone had just stood up moments ago, and he instinctively turned toward it, with fear rising. "Who's there?" he called out, but his voice didn't sound like his own anymore. It was weaker, almost afraid of the answer. From the back room, a faint sound came again. Not loud, but enough to confirm he was not alone in this abandoned place. He walked toward the hallway, each step slower than the last, as memories started mixing with reality, making it harder to breathe. On the wall, he noticed something new, a small frame that wasn't there before, holding a faded photograph covered in fingerprints. He stepped closer, and his face went pale, because the photo showed him standing right here years ago, but someone had scratched his face out. And just as he realized this wasn't random, a voice behind him whispered, "You finally came back." His entire body froze, breath stuck in his chest, as the voice echoed again, calm, cold, and filled with something far more dangerous than anger. Slowly, he turned around, expecting anything, but what he saw made his mind go blank. A woman standing in the shadows, watching him silently. Her clothes were worn, her face tired, but her eyes, they held recognition, like she had been waiting for this exact moment for years. "You don't remember me?" she asked quietly, and that question hit him harder than any accusation ever could. He tried to speak, but no words came out, because something deep inside him already knew the truth he had been avoiding. The woman stepped forward slightly, and the light revealed more of her face. Familiar, painfully familiar, like a memory he buried alive. Flashback crashed into him, roadside, rain pouring, a broken car, a woman begging for help while he stood there, and then walked away. "You left me there," she said, her voice shaking now, not with weakness, but with years of pain finally finding its way out. His legs felt weak, and he grabbed the wall to steady himself, because the past he erased was now standing right in front of him. And before he could deny it, she whispered the truth that shattered everything. I didn't die, but everything else in my life did. His mind spun violently, trying to reject what he was hearing, but her voice carried a truth that felt heavier than any proof he could ask for. I thought you were gone, he finally said, his voice cracking, but even he knew it sounded more like an excuse than regret. She stepped closer, and now there was no distance left between them, no place for him to hide from what he had done years ago. I waited for help that night, she said slowly, each word cutting deeper. But you chose your future over my life without looking back. His hands trembled as flashes returned again, the sound of thunder, her weak voice, his car door closing, and him driving away in silence. I had a meeting, a deal worth millions, he whispered, but the moment the words left his mouth, he realized how empty they sounded now. Her eyes filled with tears, but she didn't break. That night, I lost my family, my home. Everything burned while I fought to survive alone. Suddenly, a loud noise came from outside. A car door slammed shut, breaking the tension, and both of them turned toward the entrance instantly. He frowned, confused, because he had told no one about this visit, and yet someone else had just arrived at the abandoned house. And then a second voice echoed from outside, deeper, unfamiliar. So this is where the truth has been hiding all these years. His heartbeat spiked again, louder than before, as the new voice carried authority, something cold and controlled that didn't belong here. He stepped toward the door cautiously, every instinct warning him to stop, but curiosity and fear pulled him forward at the same time. Outside, near the broken gate, a black car stood with its engine still running, and a man in a long coat leaned against it calmly. The stranger's eyes met his instantly, sharp and knowing, like he wasn't surprised to see him here at all, which made everything worse. You finally decided to visit your past, the man said, stepping closer, his tone steady but filled with hidden meaning. The billionaire frowned, confused and irritated. Who are you? And how do you know about this place? The man gave a slight smile, not friendly, not threatening, just certain, because I've been following this story long before you
keep watching you like a stranger passing by, standing outside your love story, while my own heart asks me why. I'm the silence in the background, the one you'll never choose, loving you without belonging, with everything to lose.
You didn't just leave her that night, you left someone else too. The billionaire's expression hardened, confusion turning into fear, because he knew exactly what
all my heartache and love you from far away.
He said quickly,
I quietly keep watching you like a stranger passing by, standing outside your love story, while my own heart asks me why. I'm the silence in the background, the one you'll never choose, loving you without belonging, with everything to lose.
Unknown number on screen. His hands hesitated, but he answered, and a hospital voice spoke urgently. Sir, we've been trying to reach you. regarding an old case file reopened today. His heart beat
Maybe someday I'll
What
stop
case?
hoping,
He asked,
stop
already
searching
afraid
your
of the
eyes
answer
for me.
before it came through
But
the line.
until then I'll
An
stay a
unidentified
shadow
survivor
where your
from an
heart
accident
will never
years
be.
ago. Someone who was left on the roadside and brought in
I
too late.
quietly keep watching
He
you
looked at the woman
like a
slowly,
stranger
realization
passing
crashing
by,
deeper. But the
standing
voice on the phone
outside your
hadn't
love
finished
story,
speaking yet.
while my own
There was
heart asks
another
me
patient
why.
found at the
I'm
same
the
scene.
silence in the
Home
background,
series.
the one
But their
you'll never
identity
choose,
was never confirmed.
loving you without
And then the
belonging,
final words came, colder than anything
with
before.
everything
That
to
second
lose.
person is still alive, and they've been asking for you. The phone slipped slightly in his hand, his breath turning uneven as the idea of someone else surviving that night began tearing through him. "That's impossible," he whispered, but his eyes already searched the face around him, hoping someone would deny it for him. The man in the coat stepped forward, his voice calm but piercing. "Nothing is impossible when the truth has been buried, not erased." The woman looked away, her silence heavier than words,
It's raining.
as if she had carried this secret for years,
Isn't that outside?
waiting for this exact moment. "Who is
never
it?"
know.
the billionaire asked,
loud it is
desperation
in
now clear, his control finally breaking in front of both of them. The man reached into his coat slowly and pulled out a worn envelope, edges faded, like it had been protected for a very long time.
There's a
"This was
storm
found at
inside
the
my
scene,"
chest now.
he said,
But my
holding it
lips
out.
stay locked
But it
and
was
dry.
never delivered.
Every
because
word
you
I wanna
disappeared
tell
from
you
that story.
drowns before it
With shaking
even
hands,
tries.
the billionaire
You're
opened
right
it,
there, but
and in
feel
there
so
was a
distant,
document marked with
like a
hospital
dream I
seal
can't
and
hold
a
on.
single name written
and I
clearly.
fake a
The
calm
moment his eyes
expression
landed on
while
that
my
name,
heart
his
is
entire
coming
body
undone.
froze because
It's raining
it wasn't
deep
a
inside
stranger.
my heart,
It was someone from his own
but I
past.
don't let it
And just as
show.
he tried to speak,
I just
the man
stand here
revealed
in the
final truth.
silence while I
They're in the
watch you
hospital
let
now.
me go.
And they don't have
You're
much
walking
time
with
left.
somebody
His world
else,
narrowed to a single
like I
decision.
never
And for the
crossed
first
your
time in
mind.
years,
And I'm
money,
drowning in
power,
this
and
feeling that I'll
meant
never
absolutely
leave
nothing to
behind.
"Which hospital?" he asked
I could scream, but
instantly,
what's the
his
reason?
voice urgent, already
You were
moving toward
never
his car
really mine.
without waiting for another second.
So I
The
bury all
man
the
gave him the
pieces
location calmly,
and
watching
pretend
closely,
that I'm
as if this moment was the real
alright. It's
test
raining
of who he
deep
truly
inside
was
my heart,
now. Within
but
minutes,
I
the
don't
car
let
was
it
speeding
show.
through the city streets.
I just stand
past
here in the silence while
And
I
people who had
watch you
no
let
idea
me go.
his life was
You're walking with somebody
Rain
else,
started falling,
like I never
just like
crossed
that
your
night.
mind.
Each drop
And I'm
hitting the
drowning
windshield
in
like a
this
reminder
feeling
of the moment
that
he
I'll
chose to
never
walk away.
leave behind.
He gripped the steering wheel tightly, his mind replaying everything: her voice, the accident, the choice that defined everything after it. At a red light, he saw his reflection in the mirror, and for the first time, he didn't
Call your name out loud.
recognize the man staring back at him.
I won't
The
ask you to
hospital
stay
building
now.
appeared ahead,
If you're happy where you are,
and his heart pounded
I'll
harder
just
with
fade
every
into
second
the
as he
crowd.
rushed inside. Nurses
It's raining
looked at
deep
him with
inside my
confusion
heart,
as he shouted for
but I
information.
don't
His
let
calm
it show.
billionaire persona
I just
completely
stand here
gone,
in the
replaced by
silence
raw
while I watch
desperation.
you let me
And
go.
as he reached the
You're
wheel
walking
door,
with
his hand
somebody
trembling on the
else,
handle, he
like I
realized
never
whatever
crossed
waited
your
inside would
mind.
decide
And I'm
if he could
drowning
ever
in
forgive
this
himself.
feeling
The story ends here, but the mystery lives on.
that I'll
Like,
never
subscribe,
leave behind.
and return for the next unforgettable journey.